Hey there guys, so today we have another video and this is a fun one. We're using green, Treehouse Green, which is my favorite IPA and my favorite beer of 2015. And so I've been wanting to do this because it's a really interesting experiment. So first of all, it starts off with the back of green. It says green is a massively juicy beer filled with flavors and aromas of pineapple, orange sorbet, and tangerine. So we're getting food to sort of, do a side by side, see how those flavors are mimicked in the beer. And so what we have here is obviously pineapple. That was pretty easy to figure out. Got a can of that. This episode is going to be a little educational. I had to do some research. I don't have a tangerine. Couldn't find one. I have clementine, and clementine and tangerine are similar fruits, a little bit different in flavor profile. They're actually under the same family as the mandarin family. And then we have an Italian ice, orange Italian ice. You'd be impressed to find out how hard it is to find strictly orange sorbet. I was able to find blood orange sorbet, but that's a very different fruit and different flavor profile than a navel orange, which I was looking for. And speaking about sorbet and sherbet and everything, Italian ice and sorbet are different from sherbet because sherbet has cream in it. Ideally, Italian ice and sorbet should be pretty similar, just with different textures. But what happens to sorbet is that it's generally made with water, fruit, and sugar, whereas Italian ice can sometimes be a little cheaper for products and use artificial flavoring, but I thought it's the closest I can get to it. And actually the other one we have is juicy fruit, which now makes chews. And this is not on the back of the can, but juicy fruit is an interesting note that I get in some of the Treehouse beers. And speaking about juicy fruit, they say that the most similar flavor to that is a fruit called jackfruit, which I've never actually had. But the other one that is also in here is banana. And when you smell it, yeah, there's certainly, like, it's a melange of fruit, but there's certainly this kind of like confectioner sugar, kind of like, if they made such thing as like a banana cotton candy, you could sort of get that in juicy fruit. So yeah, wow, I can smell this out of the glass already, just pouring it, but love me some green, let's dig in. So in general, wow, very hazy. Yeah, hazy beer in general. I always remember being this hazy, just this bright kind of golden orange, fluffy head. Let's get the aroma. Oh man, this one is very zesty and tropical for some reason. It's a very like fresh smelling batch. Wow, this batch is insane. Yeah, but I'm certain getting that bubblegummy note, and it's insane. I get in the Treehouse beers and I guess I shouldn't shake it. It doesn't really help because shaking beer does help, but there's certainly something about it. There's this, a bubblegummy, juicy, fruity kind of note. But yeah, orange sorbet for days, pineapple, and citrus fruit. You'd also get like a mango passion fruit kind of thing. Awesome stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna taste this and then I guess I'll move on to these. Wow. Huh. Wow. Oh, there you go again. Mid palate. Definitely get that weird kind of like juicy fruit kind of thing. It's really interesting. Like a kind of gummy doughiness. Really cool note. But yeah, wow. Tons of like orange sorbet up front. Definitely some citrus fruit. And then a lot of like underlying kind of green herbaceous notes underlying this beer. Let's see the clementine, see how it tastes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can certainly see a little bit of tangerine in this one. Certainly not a sweet beer, so the tangerine or the clementine is a very relatively sweet fruit. So you can get a little bit of that in there, I'd say so. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to comment on these because no offense, I really don't need to tell you what a pineapple tastes like. So. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pineapple for days. Yeah. This kind of, again, the beer is so lacking in sweetness that the fruit really tricks you because there's so much sweetness underlying it. You're expecting this fruitiness to be the comparison, but it'd be something like a dehydrated, not very sweet pineapple. You certainly get a similar kind of flavor profile, but just, again, lacking the sweetness. And then we have some Italian ice / orange sorbet. Mm-hmm. Not too sweet, yeah. It doesn't taste like biting into an orange. It's a obviously a very different flavor profile. It's orange ice. Yeah. I certainly can get that in this. I would say it's a little bit of a good amount of this, good amount of pineapple, and then a little less of the tangerine that's in the beer. You know, if you wanted to rank them and how much flavor profile there is, and then you certainly get this again, kind of like bubblegummy kind of thing. But yeah, underlying it is again this kind of like herbaceous green kind of note, sticking to the palate. Really nice. Complemented obviously upfront by those wonderful, insane tropical flavors. Again, green's absolutely insane. This was really fun to do. Cool stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy some of these. Have it next to more green. But yeah, post in the comments below if you think of something that would be, you know, similar to this video, or if you thought this was a good idea. I thought it was pretty fun. You know, you sort of definitely get, you know, a little bit of each one of these flavors, in there, and have it next to beer. Always cool to, you know, have some cool stuff and keep the palate, you know, on check and on its feet, and then have it next to beer. So until next time, guys, cheers. Obviously, Team Green. I don't know what to tell you guys. Team Green, best beer. This beer is absolutely amazing. Until next time, guys, cheers. Later.